Okay, so I wanted to give you the answers to the other two problems in your notebook, which are on page, sorry, I didn't number my pages, 71, 72, 73, the pink page. So this is the bottom two problems. I believe we did the top two, so top two should already be finished, so we're just doing the bottom two. Okay, so one of the things to remember for this is that anytime that we're dealing with irrational or imaginary roots, their conjugates are also roots. Okay, so the first one says to find the third degree polynomial equation that has roots 2 plus the square root of 5 and 3. So 3 is a rational root, okay, but 2 plus the square root of 5 is irrational. So that means that we're going to have 2 plus the square root of 5 and its conjugate, 2 minus the square root of 5. And then what we need to do from here is we need to write, again, our x's. And then we're going to finish the factors. So remember, if x stands for 2 plus square root of 5, and I'll go ahead and put brackets, then I'm going to have to do x minus 2 plus square root of 5. Hold on, that's kind of messy. In order for us to be able to cancel it out. And then the same thing here. If x is 2 minus the square root of 5, then I'm going to have to subtract 2 minus the square root of 5 in order to be able to cancel it. And then obviously the 3, if x is 3, then I would do minus 3. So this one we're going to save for the end. Let's take care of this. So similar to what we did up above on this one over here, even though that was a fourth degree polynomial, we're going to still be doing something similar. So we have to FOIL this. So my front terms are x and x, so that's x squared. My outer terms are x times negative 2 square root of 5. So that's going to be negative x, and then I'll put 2 minus square root of 5 inside. And then I have to do the inner, which is x and negative 2 plus the square root of 5. So that's going to be negative x and 2 plus the square root of 5. And then the last are negative 2 plus square root of 5 times negative 2 minus square root of 5. So that's going to turn to a positive. And then I have square root of 5 with a plus and square root of 5 with a minus. So now I have to simplify this, okay? So these two here are going to involve distributing, and then this one is going to involve FOILing, okay? So x squared, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to kind of jump this over a little bit. Negative x times 2 is negative 2x. Negative x times negative square root of 5 is going to be positive x square root of 5. Negative x times 2 is negative 2x again. Negative x times positive square root of 5 is negative x times the square root of 5. And then remember, this is a difference of squares. So I can just square the first, which is 4, and then square the second, which is negative square root of 25. Okay? And you should know that negative square root of 25 is basically just 5. So I'll just go ahead and change that here so I don't have as much to write. Now you should be able to see that x times the square root of 5 and negative x times the square root of 5 cancel. So I'm left with x squared. And then I have, let me move that over, negative 2x and negative 2x, which is negative 4x. And then 4 minus 5 is negative 1. So this is the equation that these two roots would give you. So I still have this x minus 3 that I have to put in at the end, and then I'll distribute all of it. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 4x is positive 4x. Oops, sorry, negative 4x squared. X times negative 1 is negative x. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 4x is positive 12x. And negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. And now I can combine some like terms. So I still have x cubed, but then I have this and this. Negative 4x squared and negative 3x squared. That is negative 7x squared. And then negative x and positive 12x is positive 11x, and then the plus 3. So this is my final answer to this one. And again, it's a cubed root. That's why there's 3 roots at the beginning. 2 plus the square root of 5, 2 minus the square root of 5, and 3.